Hello, hello, hello. It's the Adopt a Pet Show. And boy, did I miss everybody. And I miss having the animals on here. It's been quite a few weeks since we have done this show, but we have a lot of babies that we are going to show you. We are going to be having an Og Dog Day. An all dog adoption show.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
So we have our very special guest here. We have Katie, which Katie is, I caught you off guard. Katie works up front. We have Katie and Cassie. We'll have Cassie on the next TV show. We're going to be switching off between these two girls. So when you talk to the girls up front, this is one of the faces that you speak to. Katie is going, she's giving our other little guest here. This is Destiny. Destiny is 10 years old. Don't let her age fool you. Every morning she goes out for walks with her volunteers. She's very good. She's very gentle, great with kids. She just, with other animals, she kind of picks and chooses. Mm-hmm. If you have a calmer animal, she'll be better with, but when you have a very excitable dog, she's 10 years old, she's past that stage. No more Kokomos or anything like that, partying on the street. So she is, close to her retirement, but she loves her walks. Her energy is still here. So she is an amazing girl, and you can see how she's just leaning into Katie. She really misses her couch time with her mommy and daddy. So please come on down. We're open Monday through Saturday. For the adoption hours are 10 to 4. The office hours, if you like to drop off donations or renew a license, those hours are from 8 to 4:30. So make sure you come on down to 2610 Sweetwater Avenue. If you have any questions, make sure you always can give us a call at 928-855-5083. Oh my gosh. When you call, you make sure you get all the information on Destiny and come down and adopt her today. Look at this sweet face. She is ready to go home. Yes. And I have Marcus.
And this is Wally.
And these two are brothers. So we had them, they were transferred from out of city. They can be very scared at sometimes. They're getting used to people. They do not need to be adopted together. Let me tell you, they get sick of each other sometimes. So they get frustrated. Yeah. Tis his ear, his scars on his head. These guys were in a situation where there was many other dogs in the home. So unfortunately, he got the bad end of the deal. So he does have scarring on his ears and his head and on this side. But you know what? We've had wonderful volunteers that have been working with these two. And before we couldn't hold them. Yep. And now you're able to hold them. So, I mean, it's just...
He's so cute.
He's just looking right at the camera. He goes, yep, this is my story. This is my story. So they've been through quite a lot. But like I said, thank God for our volunteers that come in the morning. They have been working so much with these guys where they're starting to walk on a leash. They're starting to trust you. You can't expect them to just, a lot of people expect that the dogs, when you come in, they're going to just curl right up to you. Mm-hmm. It doesn't happen that way. You're not going to get that loving feeling at the first, when you first come in, because some of these guys are scared and they don't understand when strangers come into their bubble, I should say. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, I know. Yeah. So make sure you come down. I don't recommend kids with these guys because they're so scared. Yeah. And I think that would just scare them so much. But come on down. Like I said, this is Wilbur. Marcus.
No.
Marcus.
And Wally.
There's no Wilbur. This is Marcus, and this is
Wally.
and they need to go home. So please come and adopt these 2 today.
And this is Domino. She is a 3-year-old lab mix. She came to our shelter as a transfer. She had some puppies with her. All of her puppies have been adopted out. So now she's just waiting to find her family. She is a very sweet dog. She does still have some energy in her. So she would be best in a home with a little bit older of kids. And she does need to be the only animal. She is very dog selective. But she is a very good girl. She knows a couple commands, and when she's not too excited, she'll do them. Hi, Domino.
Oh,
I got it.
she really loves her treats. Sit. Good girl.
Good girl, Domino.
Now, I want to let everybody know, Duck Derby is just around the corner. It is on September 25th, and it's going to be right underneath the bridge. In the village part, where the stage is.
That's okay.
So, and I will be there at 9 o'clock in the morning on the 25th, starting to sell Duck Derby tickets. So if you haven't gotten your Duck Derby tickets, you can either come down to the Humane Society, or you can meet me the day of Duck Derby underneath the bridge to get your t-shirts and get your ducks ahead of time. Now, don't forget, it's $5 a duck. Or you can get 5 ducks and a t-shirt for $35, or the best deal ever is the $60 deal, which is 2 t-shirts and 10 duck entries. So if you are interested, please come on down to 2610 Sweetwater Avenue. And don't forget, we have our sweet Domino right here. Daddy's looking for a home. Yes. And this is Jax. Jax, we've had quite a few Jax here. So this is the only Jax that's left. He is 5 years old. He is a very sweet boy. He just needs to be the only animal of the house, but he loves people. He is like, she has to really hold him down because he wants to play with Bill and Marilyn so bad right now. He goes, I said hi to Bill, now it's Marilyn's turn. He is very sweet, walks really good. He's nothing but excitement. You know, he wants to play. He wants to see people, loves people. With kids, I would recommend the older kids, not the smaller ones, because he's still, being 5 years, he still has the energy. So he might kiss him. He just kiss, and he won't let him go. No, I'm just a happy boy. Look at my smile. I'm just smiling so big. I am. I'm smiling big. Should we tell him about Clear the Shelter event? It is going to be Clear the Shelter event on September 18th, and it's going to be at PetSmart from 10 to 1. Now, our goal is we are trying to get we're going to take as many animals as we can. Unfortunately, you know, because of the heat, our trucks, you know, because we are going to be having a fundraiser to get new vehicles for these transporting, because our older vehicles are not be able to handle the summer times anymore here. And you know what? They've done their job well, but now it's time to get new vehicles. So if you're interested in donating towards our new vehicle, make sure you give me a call. But we are going to be doing the Clear the Shelter event at PetSmart, and we're going to have discounted adoptions on all the adult animals, no puppies. If we have puppies or kittens, they will be regular prices. But make sure you come on down. Hopefully, Jax won't be here by that time, but don't forget, it's September 18th from 10 to 1 at PetSmart. And come down and adopt Jax today. And this is our sweet Hazel.
It's okay, come here.
Hazel has been at our shelter for a while. She actually, when she first came in, she was prego. And she had, 9 babies?
Didn't she have 14?
Oh,
and one
yeah.
passed?
She had 14 babies, and it was just way too much. I mean, that is a lot of babies for one dog to have. I mean, they only have a certain amount of nipples. So, but she did an amazing job. She was very fortunate, but it was very sad that she did lose one baby. but she raised 13 beautiful babies, and they all got homes, and now it is her turn. She has been here for a while. As you can see, she's very sweet, and she really likes her biscuits, huh? So gentle. Look at that. She is just a sweet girl all around. Is she good with other dogs? I can't.
She, for the most part, she is. She's
So-
been good with other dogs so far.
We do require a meet and greet. So when you bring the dogs in, and please don't fib, because you know what? If you fib on your license and say you don't have any other animals, and then you take this animal home, and guess what? They don't get along. And next thing you know, this dog goes into quarantine. We have to keep it for 10 days. And then you take the, lessen the chance of this animal not being adopted because you decided to lie on an application. So it's very important that we do meet and greets. We want this to be a success adoption. We want this to make sure this is the dog that's going to be right for your home. So that is one of the reasons that we do demand on the meet and greets with kids and with animals, because we really don't know some of the background on these animals. They're strays that we get from other cities, so we don't have the background if they're good with other animals, or if they're good with children, or if they're housebroken. So it's our job when we adopt, to be honest, to make sure that they're going to that right home, and also to give them that forever love, and not to give up on them, to make sure you keep working on what they need. So come down, adopt Hazel today. She is ready to go, and this sweet girl is just waiting for her new forever home. And this is Miss Pinky. Miss Pinky was brought in as a stray. She came in and she had a faded pink collar, so that's how she got the name. She is we're thinking she's about 9 years old. Now, we try to age some of these animals the best to our knowledge, because we have to age by looking at their teeth. They're strays, so when they don't have tags on them, they don't have microchips, there's no way for us to know how old these guys are. So we don't know if she's good with other dogs. We don't know if she's good with children. I can tell that you can do anything you want to her. She has been an amazing guest here at the Western Arizona Humane Society, haven't you, my sweet girl? She's loving the pets right now. And she's really gentle when you give her treats, and she walks really well on a leash. I can tell you those things. Our volunteers, they just love her. So you gotta come down and see this sweet girl. And I want to stress to everybody, because we have been getting so many strays in, and let me tell you, they have no name tags, no city license, no, they have nothing on them, no microchip. And guess what? People get upset with us because we don't contact them. You have to realize how important it is. I mean, you can give us a description on a tan pit bull, and sometimes we do have problems getting a hold of people because the phones don't go through. You gotta love our phone systems out here sometimes. But it doesn't cost much to, microchipping is always the favorite of mine, because they can always lose their collar, lose their tags, where the microchip is injected in between the shoulder blades of the dog. And also, you have to make sure you register that microchip, because people get those microchips, and guess what? They don't register them, because they always think that person that gave that microchip at the vet or at a shelter, they registered the microchip. Always double check to make sure your information is registered under that microchip. So with that, come down and see this little Pinky girl. She is ready to go, and this lady is gorgeous and sweet. So come and adopt her today. And this is our little Duncan donut. Duncan is about 4 years old, and the person that is holding Duncan is that very famous volunteer that I've been telling you about, working with all the animals. This is Monty. So Monty has been working with Duncan, and Duncan, he picks and chooses, just like we pick and choose our friends. They do the same thing. When you don't socialize our animals or whatever their past history is, there's always some reason why they're so scared. So we had Monty join us because we didn't want to scare little Duncan here. I do good with Monty, but I just don't trust other people yet. No. So whoever is interested in our little Duncan, he has the best ears. I love his ears. You just have to have patience. I recommend no children. He would be better in a very calm home, So if you're a kickback home where you just, hang around retired, he would be the perfect dog because he is more of a settled, quiet home. So come on down to 2610 Sweetwater Avenue and come and adopt this sweet little boy Duncan today.
And this is Leo. Leo is a 3-year-old lab mix. He is very shy. He does need to warm up to you at first. He is a sweet boy once he gets to know you. Let's see, we're not sure how he is with other dogs. So you definitely would have to do the meet and greet regardless, but we're not too sure how he is. And with small kids, it might not be a good idea just because he's very scared, but he is looking for a home more on the calm side, somebody that's real patient and wants to work with him. Other than that, he's a good boy. He does walk good on a leash and come here, buddy. I'm not sure what commands he knows. He's been a little bit scared, but he's starting to warm up to us now, so he just needs someone patient.
We've been having our volunteers also work with them in the morning time, and we also are starting to take a couple of volunteers in the afternoon. It's so hard because it's still hot, and believe me, we have probably 30 days praying, and then summer will slowly be going away. So, which our animals are going to be loving it because they miss going outside during the morning and the afternoon. And I guarantee our volunteers are missing to take them out in the afternoon because they run them all over the parking lot. So Leo is one that they've been working with. He has a shorter hair on his top of his head. Then he has whiskers like a catfish just around his lips. And he has that wire hair here, but it doesn't shed. So it's kind of hard to say what the heck he is. He has 3 different kind of dogs and then part fish. So the catfish on his mouth. So come on down and see our special Leo. He just needs someone to, work with him and then just teach him what communication with the humans are all about, and just to take the time. So that's why we're recommending no kids, because he needs to have that one-on-one. So come and adopt Leo today. And I have Johnny.
And this is Jackie.
And we think that, they're both 11 years old. They were turned over with each other, so they do need to stay together. We don't know if they're brother and sister, which I think they're brother and sister. They're the same age, but they're inseparable. They cannot be apart. They love each other a lot. So they need to be adopted together, which is the buddy program. Buddy program is where it's a 2-for-1 adoption. So they are 2-for-1, and they also have a senior fee. So their adoption fee is $69. They are potty trained. They're very sweet kids. The gentleman that had turned them over said they just are inseparable. They're like bookends. But they're very well trained dogs, and it's just an unfortunate situation that they have to be here. But look at them. They are so sweet, and his tail just doesn't stop. He has this it wanted to be long, but then it just never made it that far. So it was short out. But it's constantly going on, Johnny. Yeah, good boy. Yes, I am. So if you want those calm dogs that are just happy as can be, having 2 dogs, it's like having 1. And sometimes it's even easier because they keep each other entertained. When you leave for hours and stuff, they're alone. Well, guess what? They would have each other. So, and especially if you have dogs that are pretty much trained, you can't, I mean, they're most amazing babies. Look at them. So come on down to 2610 Sweetwater Avenue and adopt this beautiful couple today. Like I said, they're a 2-for-1. They're on our buddy program and they're just wanting to find that new forever home. And this is Hendrix. Hendrix is about a year old. He is a big time puppy and he does need to be the only animal of the house. He likes to be the dominant one. So there is no ins, nothing. It's straight, no other animals. So he has made it quite clear to us, yes. He has the biggest lips in the world, man. And the sloppiest kisses. Yes, I love it. I love it. You give wet kisses. Now he is, like I said, he is a fence jumper. So if you have a chain link fence, he would not be the one for you. He loves people though. I will tell you, he loves people, and I guarantee if you spend time with him, you won't have to worry about him trying to get out. He just loves to follow people. He loves to be with people. So, you know, a lot of people don't realize when you have fence jumpers, some of them, yes, they are problem childs, but some of them, they get bored. They don't have nothing to do, so they go and look for something to do. So Hendrix is one of those kids. Like I said, he's only a year old and he has the biggest donkey ears. He does when he shows them. He's so cute though. So you need to come on down to 2610 Sweetwater Avenue. Now don't forget, when you come on down to adopt Hendrix, you can easily buy your duck derby tickets right in that front office. So I'm gonna keep throwing it in because it's only where it's TikTok time is almost up. So if you're in here and you're seeing the animals, give the front girls give the girls at the desk $5 to get a ticket. You know, you have a chance of winning $1,000. Even very last duck that comes in gets $50. So when you come down to adopt our Hendrix, come on down and get your duck derby. And this is Billy. Billy is 6 months old and he's a neutered male. He's had his first vaccines and he's microchipped. Billy is considered a puppy, so his adoption fee is $200. And he is Border Collie Hound mix. He is a talker. He will tell you his whole story. And it is the cutest thing because he was transferred from another shelter. So when we got him, his kennel was in front of my office and he was just talking away. And it just broke my heart. I was just like, I just want to grab you out of there. Come here. He has the cutest hound ears. And look at that face. Look at that. He loves his cookies too. When you adopt a puppy, we do highly recommend. A lot of people get so excited when you adopt a puppy. They want to take them out to the dog park. They want to take them to the lake. They want to take them to their families and show them off to everybody. But we do recommend, you know, there is certain things that are going around and you have to remember these puppies are not fully vaccinated. They've had their first vaccines or their second, but they don't always have the completed vaccines. So until their vaccines are completed, we highly recommend that you keep them pretty much quarantined onto your property. It's one thing if you take them to a family member's house and there's no other animals, or if you know the animal is vaccinated, but to take them out to the lake, to the dog park, to be around big crowds, we don't recommend it, only because, you know, that's their immune system is not fully going, so they can easily get anything from other animals. So please come on down to the Humane Society, adopt this sweet boy Billy. He is ready for adoption.
Oh, Billy.
And this is Jack. Jack is an 8-month-old Beagle Lab mix. He was actually born at our shelter here and was adopted out. He recently came back because he is a high energy dog. He does need a lot of playtime and stuff, and so he's got a lot of energy in him, and He's just looking for the right family that'll run him around and let him play and stuff. He is a very, very sweet boy. He's well-mannered. He does know a few commands. What else do we know about you, huh?
Kids would be a really good thing, you know,
Yes.
when you have puppies like this, they're kids too. So if you want to get energy off from the two-legged and the four-legged, get a puppy, throw it in a bunch, and let them go in the backyard. So, you know, let them run around,
You want
play.
another?
They'll wear each other out. And you know what? He would have a blast with kids. You know, hounds are really, really good with, being a hound and a lab mix or beagle mix, that is the best to have with kids. So I do highly recommend that he goes with the family with kids because, and kids that are good that you have control over. Only because we just had recently a dog that was turned over and the kids were kind of just really rough with the dog by pulling on his tail and just, so you guys have to realize that you have to train your kids as well as you got to train your dog. So, or you're going to have a bite because they can't say ow, they react with their mouth, and that's how animals do it. There's no ins, ifs, and buts about it. So it's just common, and they have every right to, if they have someone that's hurting them, they have every right to react that way. Yes, they do. So come on down, and remember, this was Pancake's baby. Pancake was here a while ago. We had Pancake and Waffle, and she had a litter of pups, and she was a yellow lab. Sorry, she was a yellow lab, and a beagle must have snuck in. They came from Kingman, so a beagle must have jumped in the barn, and yep, there you go. So come on down. He has beagle coloring and he looks exactly like Mama's body as like the lab. So come down and adopt Jack today. Here's JoJo. Yeah, I won't sing, I promise. JoJo's only a couple years old, and JoJo has been here the longest, I want to say. She is our long timer. She has gained quite a bit of weight, so you can tell your treat and food donations have been well used. Yeah, she has not lost anything. If you have seen her, she used to be I thought she was a Skipper Key mix when she first came in. Yeah, you could completely tell she filled out now. Yes, she is. You're just a good girl. She can't be, no kids, no other animals, right?
Yes, no other animals.
JoJo, but with people, she is amazing. If you just have a dog you want to travel with, she loves to travel in the vehicles. She loves people, just adults itself. Kids can be a little too much for her. Walking on a leash, I just can't. She's a great, great dog. You know, unfortunately, my house is full, huh? Yes, I have 4 dogs and a cat that thinks that she's a dog. So she would not be a match for my home, no. But JoJo, she's very quiet in the kennel. Always, always quiet. But the one thing is kids is just not her thing. And some of these dogs, because, you know, kids do scream. Kids can be loud, kids can be rough. And some of the dogs, they just can't handle that. It scares them. We don't know what their backgrounds were, so it's really hard to tell. A what? Oh, so with that, we want to make sure to let you know, we have Top Hat and Tails that's just around the corner. It's going to be October 9th. So if you would like more information on Top Hat and Tails, please give us a call at 928-855-5083. Don't forget, Duck Derby is just around the corner, September 25th. Races start at 11. I'll be there at 9 o'clock, starting to sell Duck Derby tickets right under the bridge in the village. And we have we're empty the shelters out, or what was it?
Clear the shelter.
Clear the shelter. Clear the shelter out at PetSmart. So with that, if you give us a call at 928-855-5083, we will see you next couple weeks. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.